worst tinge date I've ever been on. I told my friends what I'm about to tell you, and they urged me to share it here. It happened back in December, about a week before Christmas. I'm a 32-year-old guy currently using my GI Bill to go to college in a city in one of the mountain time zone states. I'm so busy with school and work, so I don't have time to go out and socialize often, so I have to rely a lot on the apps to go on dates. I matched with this really cute girl around my age. We had a good convo and then we scheduled a date. It was at a bar restaurant not far for either of us to drive, so it was easy. She was very pretty in person, and we got along great. During our conversation I found out that she worked in an on-cop role at the police station, like a receptionist essentially. I also learned she had a roommate, whom she said was out of town for the holidays. She added that she hated being alone because she had a crazy ex-boyfriend who stalked her. I was a little uneasy at that and told her as much, and she said he's harmless, so I kinda let it go. We had a few more drinks and were there about another hour, and at her suggestion she said we should go back to her place, and I wasn't going to argue it, she was hot lol. She then insisted on driving. I told her I was fine, and she said no, that I had been drinking and she saw too many DUIs at her job. I got what she was saying, but I only had 2 gin and tonics and was fine, and again she insisted. I thought it was weird, but I didn't care. We went to her house and she walked up and just opened the door. She didn't unlock it, it was already open, which I found very odd because she said she had a stalker and that her roommate was gone. She started feeding her cat, and as she was doing that I saw a bowl of cereal on the kitchen counter. I touched it and it was still cold, like it hadn't been there for a while. The cereal wasn't soggy either. I asked her whose it was and she hesitated and said she ate it as a snack before heading to the bar. It just didn't make sense, and before you could say anything she just kissed me and out her arms around me seductively and said for me to take her to her room. Again, she was pretty hot and I quit caring about the cereal lol. We started fooling around and I went to close the curtains and she told me to leave them open. A few minutes later, maybe 5, we were in bed and my back was to the window and she let out a huge gasp. A scared gasp.